All right, good morning, traders. Hope everyone had a fantastic weekend. But we are back here, Monday morning, back doing what we love, trading. And this morning we do have a few stocks on watch today that have some good potential. I'm liking what I'm seeing so far on the gap scanners. We do have PBTS here. I'm watching XNET, IC, and then some of these Bitcoin related plays will also be on watch on for this morning. I believe it was Friday or it was Thursday. It was someday, towards the end of last week. I believe it was on Friday. The president of China came out with support for blockchain technology, and on that same day, so it was Friday, I believe. And that same day, we saw XNET, run, parabolic on Friday. Absolute madness on XNET. We were watching this on the live stream, but when I got off, I think it was at like 3:40, and it just kept on squeezing on XNET. So yeah, we went from right around 250 to about $5, over an after hour. So crazy move for a large float on XNET. Something to take note on the XNET. Yeah, this float is pretty high on XNET, but it does move like a micro float. So this one does move pretty well for its float. Very thin name on XNET for the float it has. So let me see what is trade. I just have the float listed. So it has it listed at 60 million, but if I had to give it an eyeball test, I would say it looks around maybe like 4 or 5 million in float on XNET. So don't be fooled by the float here on XNET. This thing could definitely move. So definitely need to keep this one on watch on XNET. But let's start going over IC this morning. Let's go over IC. All right, IC here. What we have on IC. We do have a Yahoo had it around 26 million, so we do have a little bit higher in float here on IC. So we don't have a micro float here on IC. We did have a pretty good headline. It wasn't anything. It wasn't like a phase 3, but we did have phase 2B. It did meet primary endpoints on IC, so we did have a pretty good headline on IC. But looking back at the history on IC, never went on any sort of rips. Never went on any sort of pops. Actually, did go on one here. Did go on one here. I did miss this. So what did we do here? Opened up at 325, hit 450. We did close below the open. All right, so we did go on one pop here on IC, and yeah, that's about it. So we did go on one rip here on IC, but you can see we did get back its gain. So IC. Alright, okay, cool. Alright, so yeah, you guys can see, so far the pre-market volume, not bad. Not bad for the pre-market volume. We did about 3.6 million in volume. But you guys can see, the price action is a little weak here on IC. You can see each time we get near this $2 mark, we have some hesitation here, and we just haven't been able to get over that $2 mark. But you can see we're still holding this uptrend, so we're still holding this trend to the upside on EC. But it's just good to take note here that you see that each time we're popping on up, we're having some trouble getting over 2. We also do have a shelf here on IC. You go on BAM SEC, they do have an effective shelf. Poseidon in chat did post that, so we do have a shelf here on EC. Something to take note of. So on EC here, and we're gonna see what we do at the open. I want to see how the volume looks at open. I want to see how it's gonna react above 2. But this one is on potential short watch for me on IC. Did reserve some borrows on this one. Not too in love with it on the long side, but I'm still being cautious. They did have some good news. We're still on a nice uptrend here. We're doing some decent volume over in pre-market. So I want to see what we're going to do at open. If we have some trouble, getting over this $2 mark, or we get over 2 and it's looking a little weak, I could potentially look for a short on EC. So this one is on potential short watch on EC. Alright, so next one, PBTS. Now, PBTS, they did have a headline on Friday. I did post that in chat. They did had to do something with blockchain. Let me pull it up real quick. But they did have a headline on the 25th. Alright, yeah, so PowerBridge Technology, global trade software application, and its technology services provider today announced the launch of PowerBridge blockchain cross-border. So we did have a blockchain related press release on Friday. Also is a Chinese company here on PBTS, so kind of similar to XNET. A China company with XNET didn't have blockchain related news, but is a blockchain related play. So we did have a block related press release on Friday on PBTS. That's why it's getting some sort of pop so far here in pre-market. The float on PBTS is around 2 million, so we're around 2 million in float on PBTS. Let's go look back at the the daily chart here. You can see a fairly new ticker here. Not much data here on PBTS. Hasn't gone on any former pop. Kind of on this IPO day, it did get a little bit of volume, 1.8 million, but nothing crazy. You can see it never did like a 10, 20 million in volume day. So it's gonna be not gonna have that much resistance here on PBTS. Not gonna have that much overhead resistance. Not really much here on the daily chart. So we could definitely see the right volume. We could definitely see all-time highs here on PBTS this morning. So this one's definitely gonna be on high watch. Also do have a large amount of insider ownership, 73%. That's a large number right there on PBTS. We do not have SSR on. And as far as the borrows, Centerpoint does have borrows. They're not cheap, but there are borrows. Someone did mention Trade Zero had borrows. So we do have some borrows going around. And I've been like I said, guys, I do like to take note of market trends. And, I'd like to see what the top gappers do, the top runners do. And if you guys look, last week, we did have TROV. This was earlier last week on TROV. You can see this one did go on a morning pop. And you can see it held below view up, made this nice uptrend, then squeezed over on TROV. Then the following day, we did have CETX. Kind of do the same thing. And TROV, I was short biased that day. I was short biased. Wasn't too in love with TROV, and it did sneak up on us and go on that nice pop. Same thing with CETX. Kind of similar setup to on TROV. Also was more short biased on this one. It broke down view up. Kind of held below. Made this ascending triangle pattern. Then got a nice pop here, but it didn't squeeze as high as TROV. And then on Friday, when we saw, one more, APOP it was. APOP came after CTX, and now this one we were long biased on it on APOP. Kind of did the same thing, morning pop, looked like it was about to break above view up. A lot of us were, long biased on this one on APOP. I know some people were short biased. A lot of people were long biased on this one, lower float, SSR. And it just couldn't get above, too many longs, not enough shorts on this, and ended up, fading. And then on Friday we saw XNET go on that nice squeeze. So I just wanted to bring that up. It's good to notice, just to know some market trends, what's going on, with these top gappers, these top runners. So I just wanted to bring that up. Was that it for the morning watch list? Let me see. Oh yeah, XNET. Then go over XNET for the plan today. All right, so XNET. Remember, guys, this was easy to borrow on Friday. This was easy to borrow, so I have a lot of shorts that are gonna be stuck on this one. A lot of shorts are probably stuck here on XNET. Ideally, we get a weak open here on XNET. Weak open, maybe 550 fives, and then a curl back on up. That would be ideal. If we do a morning pop on weak volume, I could definitely see it, fade back on down. So ideally, XNET, we get a weak open 550, possibly 5, kind of near, after hours, these highs, for a curl back on up, on XNET. That would be the ideal scenario in this one, for a weak open and then a, curl up, a red to green move. That would be, the ideal setup. If we start the, possibly, form an uptrend in ABCD pattern, I'm not sure how interested I'd be in that. Remember, this is a day 2 move. now to day one. So, on the day twos, if I'm going to be longing, always got to be more cautious on the long side. But, I really like looking for these red to greens on these day twos, these weak opening curls. That's what I much prefer on a day two. Rather than, an uptrend, an ABCD pattern. I'd much rather buy, a weak open curl. Just remember who's stuck here. Shorts are stuck. It's easy to borrow on Friday. Any overnight short right now is stuck. So, ideally we get that weak open and curl here on XNET this morning. If we parabolic pop on weak volume, it could be a fader. All right, I think that's it for the morning watch list. EC will be watching for a potential short. PBTS, potential long, a little bit more long bias on that one. High insider ownership. Blockchain news. Blockchain is hot right now. We did see the president of China did support blockchain technology. So we could look for a possible long on that one if it sets on up. And then XNET, kind of no bias yet on XNET. Thank you, Dreambox. PBTS borrows fee on trade zero is 0.024. All right, not too bad, not too bad. It's pretty cheap. All right, so we got about 6 minutes till market opens. Thank you for the fundamental data there, Sterling Trader. Appreciate it. Yep, I do see EC does have some warrants, and they do have that shelf as well on EC on IC. What's going on, CW? Good luck. Luck to you, man. Yeah, guys, let's be smart. Take good setups, stick to your game plan, and go from there. No emotions, no FOMO. Stick to your rules. And let's all have a good week. Give me 1 second here. I'm just gonna grab a quick drink of water. All right, few minutes till open here. Let's see. Make sure you guys are mapping out your lines. So we'll map out a $2 line here on IC. E-Trade platform has been weird lately. Now Alex had some problems too. Let's see. Also gonna map out this 170 line here on IC. And 150. PBTS. There we go. All right, so we got about 2 minutes. 2 minutes till open, and I'm gonna map out about this $6 resistance here. Kind of see putting a lot of upper shadows over here above. Put a lot of upper shadows here above 6. We are coming back down to $5 here, so we do want to be careful here on PBTS. Need to see some better volume than this if I'm ever going to get involved with it on the long side. Alright, I'm going to throw up the scanners for the start of the day. Throw up another level 2. I'll put XNET at the bottom, level 2 for now. Alright, here we go. Market's about to open. CNET. Yes, CNET and DPW are going to be some sympathy Bitcoin plays. Same with Mara and Riot. So if we see XNET, continue to grind on up today, and we see PBTS, so overall we just see the price of Bitcoin rise, and we should see so sympathy plays can rise on up as well. All right, market's open. So I want to see if IC is going to get a morning pop. I want to see if IC is going to get a morning pop on weaker volume. Let's see PBTS. So pretty light volume on PBTS out of the open. There goes IC starting to push here. See how it reacts to $2. So far, each time it got up to that $2 line, it had some trouble. Chuck E, thank you. I'll look into doing that. It has been a little slow. And if you guys didn't know, I did swing DPW. I did mention on Friday, I did swing DPW on my swing trading account. So I did swing that one. I have a 147 average there on DPW. I did give you guys a heads up over in swing trading chat on that one. So just a heads up. Let's see. So pretty good volume right there on EC right out of the open. So pretty good volume out of the open on that one. Let's see how's PBTS looking, and there's XNET getting that weak open like we said in pre-market. So getting that weak open on XNET here. So we'll see. This is its first area where I could potentially see it start to bounce. 550. Below that we do have $5. So let's see how it reacts around our lines on XNET. PCG, a little bit out of my niche on that one. PCG. A little bit higher in float on PCG here. Larger market cap, so not something I'm too familiar with. Possibly just to look at the chart, maybe a dead cat bounce. pretty beat chart here, so looking like it could potentially get some sort of dead cat bounce, but I'm not too familiar with it, so I couldn't really give you a good analysis on it. All right, let's see XNET. So XNET did get a that week open like we mentioned in pre-market. Now getting the bounce a little bit. 560s now on XNET. You got some bidders there on XNET. There's CNET, some sympathy plays. So right now, just watching at the moment. Want to see how XNET looks on a a pullback. Want to see if 550s are going to start the base. Also, PBTS curling on up a little bit. PBTS looking to curl a little bit here. Still later on volume on that play. George, my analysis on IC. I do have a short bias on it based on the bearish factors we went over in pre-market. I'm being a little bit cautious. Did do some nice volume out of the gates, so I'm being a little bit more cautious on it here on IC. I did reserve some borrows for potential short, so just keeping on watch here on EC. There's a crack there on EC. A little bit of a crack. So still just watching there. Let's see. PBTS. PBTS trying to get back over 5. Could wait for the breakdown on IC and then look to maybe join on a pop on IC for a potential short. So maybe like a 175, 170 crack and a pop to reshort on the rejection. So I'm considering that over there on IC. Let's see, PBTS guys, this one's starting to dump on off. So I'm going to take this one off the top level 2 here. Oh, there's XNET. XNET starting to curl now. XNET starting to come up to $6. So it didn't get a drop as much. Would have liked to have seen a $5 drop, but it did hit 538, so it did get that weak open, starting to curl on XNET. Anyone take that on XNET, that morning dip? Good job if anyone did. And if anyone's new watching the stream this morning, we do have a Discord chat. Links down below in the description, or the Nightbot it does post a link every few minutes for that Discord chat, and it's 100% free, guys. 100% free, that Discord chat. So definitely go check it out if you guys are interested. Let's see, XNET. A little bit chasey here. If I was getting an XNET now, it'd be a little bit chasey. All right, Chris, you're in at 589. Good luck to you. Hoping we get this red to green, and there we go. There we go, Chris. Let's see. We want to see the bids hold steady over 6. So you want to see the bids hold steady over 6. So just watching IC there. Not in yet. Just watching at the moment. All right, so I put IC up there for you, buddy. Still keeping on PBTS on watch. I know it's extremely late volume, but has yet to crack yet. Did put in like a double bottom here at 478, 479 area. Yep, Sterling Trader. Yeah, I'm looking for a possible short as well there on IC. Just being still cautious here on IC. It did do some good volume out of the gates. Uh, so just being wary here. Kind of waiting for a breakdown and then a retest of that support area for rejection to look to get short. But it still does have a ton of meat on it. It's up 90%. Still up 90% on EC. Look at that, 120K bidder on XNET. So there's been some massive bids here all morning on XNET. Thank you, Kat. Appreciate that. Yeah, if you guys want to support this channel, if you guys are enjoying the live stream so far, if you don't mind, dropping a like, I greatly appreciate it. And these scanners are 100% real time. I know some people come in here and ask, so Nick, are these scanners delayed? Nope, these scanners are 100% in real time. So you're not getting any delayed data here. So there's EC guy, IC, curling a little bit here, back above 180. So didn't enter short yet. Still being cautious on IC. Oh, there's PBTS, new low a day right there. So it doesn't look like that long. We're gonna get it there that long, and we never really did real volume. Never did real volume. Look, we were doing 80K bars max on PBTS. So like I say it every day, guys. Price action and volume have to confirm to your thesis. If not, there's no trade. And PBTS, we like the potential for a potential long here. And so far, we just have done very poor volume. So there's no reason, no long signal on PBTS just yet. Let's see. There's XNET. New high a day right there. 620s. There we go, XNET. So great job for anyone who got in on XNET on that morning dip. Congrats. Personally, I did not get into it on XNET. It's kind of more focused on IC, so I did not take that on XNET. Alright, so let's see if $6 starts to base here on XNET. See if we get $6 starting the base. C-Dub, nice, man. Taking a loan this morning. I like to see that, C-Dub. Nice. Great job there. You almost bottom ticked that on XNET. So being patient so far. Let's see. So we have PBTS dumping. So PBTS dumping. Unless that could ever break like 550, I'm not interested in it. XNET did what we expected. Didn't go as low as I liked, but good job on XNET. Kind of getting in now. Be a little chasey. Here on XNET getting in now. I would say, you guys, like it. I'd say you want to see $6 start the base a little bit. You could play it versus 6, but personally, I kind of missed the entry. I would have liked on XNET. Kind of ideal entry on XNET. Would have been like right here on XNET. 550s, 560s, kind of versing the lows here off this higher low pattern. You can see we put in a higher low, another higher low. You could have even gotten here 580s. Risking this previous higher low, and there we go. There's 630s. So perfect. Great job on XNET the past 2 days. Fantastic. Yep. Sterling Trader, I agree with you, man. Yeah. Second day now. Now we're at high. So yeah. So getting in now, guys. You're pretty much chasing a little bit here. Don't go in the FOMO. If you guys missed this entry here, is what it is. Just got to move on and look for your next play, your next setup. Right now, the only thing kind of left in play for me is, over on IC for a potential short. Still holding on to DPW on my swing trade. And I'll just be commentating this XNET play. I'll be commentating the remainder of this move this morning on XNET. Here we go, coming up to 650s. 650s now on XNET. And it's crazy. This thing does not trade like it's float. XNET trades much more like a lower float stock, like a 4 or 5 million in float stock. This does not feel like a 50 million in float stock. So good to see, good to see we have some runners. And there's IC, a little bit of a crack there on IC. A little bit of a crack here on IC. So I did join some there on IC for this fade. Did join some there on IC for this fade. So I'm holding a 170 average short here on IC. Looking for this fade on the play here. So I am short there on IC. So looking for 140s, 150s there on IC for a potential target price. All right, let's see XNET. KK, yeah, looking for 140s, 150s there on IC. It's gonna be my target price. Let's see PBTS trying to curl, but just not seeing the volume there on PBTS. Just not seeing that volume. Paul, what's going on? How do you learn about trading low floats? You can learn from here. Watching the streams every day. Every day I'm commentating and going over low float stocks. There's tons of information on low floats and trading and day trading on YouTube, and you could use Investopedia as a great source to start learning the basics. So nice. Let's see this crack of 160 here on IC. Very nice. There's 150s, guys. There's 150s. So if we start to crack 150s, I could look for take first target on in the 140s there on IC off that short. Wow, look at this. XNET coming up to 7 now. Coming up to 7 here on XNET. Just absolutely insane move here on XNET. PBTS, yeah, PBTS, good heads up there. Starting to curl a little bit. Starting to curl a little bit here on PBTS. I want to see if 5 could ever base here on this play. Look at that. You got a big seller there getting chipped away there. So nice volume divergence there on IC. You guys can see the tape looks really heavy there on IC. Volume's fading. So it looks pretty good for some more downside there on IC. So just going to be patient on that one. Let the trade, work on out. If it ever, reclaims and spikes, I'll stop on out for a loss. So just sitting tight on that one. XNET can't chase it now on XNET. Cannot chase this. Look how straight up this is. Look how straight up this is from 540. So don't want to get caught on the wrong side of things on XNET. And same with the short side. Why am I gonna try to top the move on every single line on XNET? You keep going on up and up. It's like stepping in front of a freight train. Look how strong the volume is, guys. We're doing almost 1 million in volume on these candles. Just insane volume. So why am I gonna fight something like that? Clearly this thing is super strong. We're doing 1 million in volume on 1 minute candles. We've done 17 million in volume in the first 22 minutes. So why would I fight something this strong in volume? Doesn't get much stronger than this as far as volume goes on a small cap play. Thank you, Chris. So let's see. VWAP's back at 612. VWAP's back at 612. So we could potentially see a dip back down to that $6 line on XNET. So there we go. There's a little bit of a pullback here. Kind of this first First major pullback here on XNET. And pullbacks are healthy, guys. Not going to go up straight up, the whole time. Let's see. Do we have any other sympathy plays other than XNET here? That's crazy. XNET's not even the top gainer. Not even the top gainer. But regardless, great range. CNET. So CNET's getting some action towards it. So CNET kind of looks like that, that sympathy play at the moment. Still late in volume, but definitely, a China sympathy play with XNET. So I see you just watching at the moment, just looking around. And just give me one moment here. All right. Let's see what you guys are saying. XNET for bounce. Hey, if you like it, I can tell you this, I definitely love the volume I'm seeing. Definitely love the price action I'm seeing on XNET. If you want to look for a bounce, I kind of say wait more towards, the $6 mark, maybe even sub 6. And we did see this on Friday. It did have one trap on Friday. So, when did it do it? It did it once. I gotta put up a bigger time frame. Just give me a second here. Let me look. Look at a 5 minute. Yeah, so you see we went sub view up once. So we went sub view up once here. So maybe if we see like 590s, 580s, in XNET, it could be a pullback, buy opportunity if you guys like it. You want to look for that, that washout long below 6. So I'd say maybe if we crack 6, you could look for a possible dip on XNET. Or if you want to play, off $6, totally up to you guys. I'm just telling you guys my thoughts and what I would be thinking. Just watching IC right here, a little bit of a pop. What's your stop on IC? Stops at 185. Stops at 185 on IC. So ideally, you want to see a rejection here of this 175 mark, coming up the view up here. If we start the base over 170, probably go on a little bit of a squeeze. But right here, see we're rejecting this 170 mark at the moment, so we want to stay beneath 170 if it's going to continue to fade on down. CNET, you guys talking about CNET? Let's see. Yeah, nice CNET, some new highs. So here's XNET. Here's a dip here in XNET. Here 620s. PBTS, 420s. PBTS got smoked today. That one got crushed. Okay, no, we got some plays. We got IC, we have XNET, we got CNET now. So we have some plays here. And also, if you guys were wondering, DPW, I did exit for small profit. On that one. Went to crack, that 155 mark. I did, take it, kind of a break-even trade. I was expecting some more momentum with XNET, a sympathy play. Just didn't get it there on DPW. I could always re-enter if it, sets on up on DPW. So small profit on that one. Let's see, Chris. Yeah, Chris. I'm sure. Some shorts are out. I'm sure some shorts are being stubborn, and they're still adding, averaging up. And I'm sure we still had some shorts hammer in at the open there off the week open. But we kind of anticipated that. That week open, and we knew better not to short weakness. Why would you short the weakness? So I'm definitely sure there's a lot of shorts still over in XNET who are still stuck. I apologize about that. If you guys hear any background noise, that's my dog. I gave him a bone. So if you guys hear anything in the background, that's my dog. Yep, Sterling Trader, I'm perfectly fine, I know my stop, I know my risk, so there's no reason to stress over it. If it hits it, it hits it. Here's FFHL here, halted on the downside. XNET super strong. XNET really strong. Not giving. Even it did this on Friday too. Just not much opportunity for a pullback to enter. Let's see here. Sterling, do I have? Yeah, I have a mental stop. I have a mental stop. But I definitely recommend any new traders to have a manual stop loss in. Oh yeah, I forgot. XNET doesn't pop up on the gainer scanner for some reason. Doesn't pop up for some reason. Let's see, XNET. CNET coming on up to $2. CNET up 42%. Yeah, rolled the dice on DPW. Think of DPW was going to be the sympathy, but CNET was that sympathy play. And I did call it out on Friday too in Discord. If you guys go back and look at the chat logs, I did call out CNET on Friday for potential sympathy. I was between this one, DPW, and I think it was Mara. So it was between a few names, but it looks like CNET was that sympathy play. I know someone swung that. I know someone was swinging that one on CNET. Congrats to whoever swung that. I forgot the username. Oh, here's XNET. So XNET coming back down. 616. So could be a possible dip buy area here on XNET. Could be a possible dip buy area here on XNET. Sweet, made some on CNET. Enjoy. Great job. Eyeing this little pivot area here where we bounced. $6 was also a line. I don't know what happened to my lines here. So we have $6, 580, and I would probably say below 550. Probably backside on XNET. So if anything, we would want to see 580 area hold on XNET. So map up this 580 area. There we go. Look at the bids. This thing just soaks up everything on XNET. Soaking machine here. I mean, it's possible IC could trap, but remember, it's not a micro float. And just look at the tape on it. Look at the price action on it. It looks dead. tape stalling here. I'm not seeing any action on it. So I'm still liking this for some more fade. It's possible. You could have some bigger players move in, pushing around. But right now, I like what I'm seeing. I like this weak volume we're doing. Look at the volume divergence here. Volume slowly decreasing. The tape looks really heavy. So I'm still liking this for some more downside. Until my stop hits, then I'll look to get out and out. So we'll see on that one on IC. Let's see XNET. So XNET, bounce right off that $6 mark. Back at 620s now. So we'll see if this can start to curl, or is it going to be like a little bit of a bouncy ball? Sometimes we see it, bounce, come back on up, then curl back down and crack. So we'll see here on XNET. Kind of the same thing we saw Friday. A little bit of a crack of VWAP and then right back up. So that could have been the dip right there. If you guys liked it. All right. So I see I did stop out there for a loss. So I'm out of that play. Over on IC. Stop was hit. See, they definitely trapped it there. It looked really weak, and then all of a sudden you see, bigger hand stepped in, put in a higher low, and squeeze on out there on IC. Yep, guys, my stop's hit, so I gotta respect the stop. Is what it is. Took a loss there, but gonna move on. Let's see XNET. So XNET, XNET was the play of the morning. I really slept on XNET. I was more focused on IC. I did like both of them. I did like IC for potential fade. We have the shelf there, the higher float. the weaker price action, but I ended up going with IC, and I kind of slept on XNet a little, and this one was a great play this morning. Great play on XNet. Congrats to anyone who did take the trade here on XNet this morning, but I was more focused on IC, and that's what I like to tell you guys. Less is more. Less is more. It's personally, I think it's better. Watching less plays. You're more focused on them. You can watch the tape a little bit better. When you start to watch a lot of plays at once, like I was watching PBTS also, so it's a little dicey when you're watching a lot of plays at once. So I like to say, less is more here. So XNet coming down to the $6 line here. I want to see if we could. Want to see how it looks on a breakdown. So there's this breakdown here on XNET. So it's kind of this possible dip buy area here. So I do want to watch it closely here. So I did grab some there on XNET. Did grab some on that dip on XNET. On this washout. So I did grab some here. Like I said, guys, liking the volume on this one. Doing insane volume, 27 million in volume on the day. Came back down to that my dip buy area. So I did pick up some there on XNET. If you guys are wondering, I do have a 598 average on XNET. So now what you want to see, and we could see maybe one more pullback down to 585, 590 first, but you do want to see 6 start the base strong now. This is what we saw on was it Friday? We had a small breakdown of VWAP. Accumulate some more short sellers, taking the play. It's done. And this is when we see this reversal and curl back on up on XNET. All right, you're looking for a short. All right, good luck to you, man. Good luck. I like seeing that. I like seeing you guys have different opinions, different biases. So it's great to see. So holding a 598 average on XNET here. I know a lot of you guys like seeing how much share size. I do have 4,000 shares if anyone is wondering. So I do have 4,000 shares at 598. So if you guys are wondering, first target's gonna be 630, 640s on XNET. Look to take half of my shares to lock in. Look at that PBTS, below 4 now. Just playing off my lines, guys. Just playing off my lines. I want to see 6 base now. I want to see 6 start the base now on XNET. Just playing my lines on XNET. Kind of anticipated, a sub crack of 6, maybe 590s, 580s. So that's what I was thinking here on XNET. We saw it on Friday. If you go back and look at Friday, the dip kind of did the same thing. Cracked view up momentarily, and then it reclaimed and started squeeze back on up. So kind of looking for the same thing here on XNET off this dip. If you guys look at it, think about it. We've done about 30 million in volume almost on XNET. And we're not even an hour into the market. This is insane volume. You see, we did 60 million in volume on XNET on Friday, so we're kind of on pace to, if this continues, surpass that from Friday's volume. So this is the volume I like to look for, when I'm longing a stock. I like to look for this type of volume. Obviously, not every time we're going to see this big in volume, but as far as volume goes, XNET, is way off the charts as far as my criteria I like to see. So let's see if XNET's going to continue to hold $6 here. Did see some soaking there at 6 as we came down to that line. So let's see if 6 starts to hold. A little bit of a crack there on XNET. So let's see, 580s here. This is where I'd want to see it bounce here, 580s. We start to crack 580s. I see below 575. I look to stop out on XNET. So kind of at my line right here on XNET. I'm still in, guys. Not not out yet. We'll let you guys know if I do have to stop out on the play. All right, I have to cut it there on XNET. You have to cut it there. Rough day for me, guys. Giving it 1 second here, guys. I'm sorry I didn't cut it. Just giving it one more second here. If we re-crack 570, I'll be totally out. I apologize. Just giving it a little bit of wiggle room right here on XNET. So if we recrack 570 here, I'm 100% out. So just giving it a little bit of room here. Alright, yeah. I'm out. All out of there on XNET. Alright, guys. A little bit of a rough day for me, guys. A little bit of a rough day for me. Been a rough, actually, 2 days for me. So it's gonna happen, guys. Part of trading, you know. If you guys are gonna come in this live stream and think I'm gonna have a green day, you know, every single day, just click off. It's how trading is, guys. There's gonna be losses. It's how you manage your losses, those guys. That's how you're gonna survive in this market. It's how you manage your losses. You're respecting your stop losses. You're keeping your red day small, and you guys can see the trend. Yes, I did have two red days in a row, but you guys can see my red days are much smaller than my my green days. 2 weeks ago I made $9,000. On Friday I lose about $800, and today I'm down about $1,600, guys. So it's gonna happen. It's part of trading. You're gonna have losses. It's how you minimize your losses, and it's how you move forward. Evaluate your trading. You're taking good setups. You're sticking to your game plans, and I would say yes. I stick to my game plans. I wanted to see a crack of 175, a breakdown. I want to see that that weak price action. You were seeing that. If you look at the tape, you look at the volume divergence, it was there on IC. Just unfortunate, didn't get that fade. It looks like it is fading right now. XNET, I did look for that 590 dip buy, like I told you guys. Unfortunately we couldn't get it right there. It's still possible this thing could reclaim and squeeze later on. I think it's a possibility, but I have to respect my stop loss there and stop out. And I stuck to my game plan, respected my risk. And I took a loss, and I don't want anyone in here following my trades. Do not follow my trades. I want you guys to be independent, be your own traders. Don't follow alerts, don't follow others. Because the last thing I want someone to do is message me and say, "Hey Nick, I followed your trade, man, and I lost." Like, that's gonna tick me off, guys. It's gonna tick me off. We're not here to follow alerts. Don't be sheeps. Trade your own setups. So chat, appreciate it. Thank you. Let's see. There's XNET. So XNET coming back on up. XNET coming back on up. I still think we could definitely see XNET at some point, guys. Possibly retest these highs. I definitely do think it's a strong possibility. With this volume we're doing, 31 million in volume, it's definitely possible. You could see this thing, retest the highs at some point. If I do re-enter, probably won't be now. It'd probably be, I probably want to see some more consolidation and then something later on in the day. So if I do re-enter off stream, I'll let you guys know over in Discord. As I still do like XNET for, a possible retest of the highs. With this volume, guys, I really can't see this thing, just fading out like this, guys. I really don't. Yeah, it happens. It's definitely, so it does look like, it's very possible that I could have stopped out at the bottom right there. Is what it is. But I couldn't have risked the 550 line. I risked this 575, 580 mark. So is what it is. The only way I'll re-enter, guys, is some higher low uptrend. A possible reversal. That would be my my signal for a possible re-entry. Sometimes it's gonna happen. You're gonna stop out at the lows. It sucks. Yeah, it stinks. But hey, you respected your stop, right? You respected your stop. it's possible this thing could have continued to fade on out. So, did the right thing, respecting your stop. You can't say you did the wrong thing, respecting your stop loss. Right now, guys, around 10:30, so probably going to give the stream another, 5 minutes or so. Probably not going to be looking for any trades, now. Maybe later on today, I'll look for a possible XNET long, possibly later on in the day. I have to see how it looks. Exactly. Trading is all about, probabilities, taking setups that you have a statistical edge on. That's how you guys want to trade. And just, the last 2 days, a little bit of a funk. I did take a few losses. My last few trades have been losses, but it's a part of the game. It's, trading's all about, having a statistical edge. And that's how you guys want to trade. Robotic, trade systematic. Trade off emotions. Each setup I take is a part of my strategy. To you guys, you guys may puzzle you and sometimes I take trades. See some of you guys saying, "Nick, what are you doing?" But everything's calculated. These are all setups I've taken, hundreds of times, dozens of times. So I'm gonna continue to take these setups because I know it's worked for me the past 3 years of trading. I know these setups have worked for me in the past. Obviously, you have to adapt to different market conditions, and different setups may work in different markets. So that's something you always got to take into effect, how certain setups are going to work in certain markets. And it's kind of been seeing that, this IC, this is the same thing we've seen, Well, guys, what did this look like? If you guys were here in pre-market, what does this look like? It's kind of the same thing we saw on CETX. The same exact thing. We saw a VWAP trap, a push, and rejection of the highs. If you guys look at CETX, this is pretty much like the same exact chart here. So I'm really, something to take note of. It's kind of seeing the same thing on these top gappers each and every day now. A morning pop, a fade, a curl and push above VWAP, and then a rejection. But alright, guys, I'm probably gonna wrap it up. In the next few minutes here. Dog's kind of getting annoying here. I think he wants me to take him out of the house. So I think I'm gonna get going in a few minutes here. If you guys enjoyed the stream, drop a thumbs up. We do this live every single day, Monday through Friday. Do have a Discord chat also. So if you guys want to join our free Discord chat, links down below in the description. Yes, Meat's there. 100%. We're gonna have some guest speakers on. I know I did mention last week we're gonna have some guest speakers on. I think we may have Dennis on, may have Casper on over in chat. So we're definitely gonna have some traders hop on with us on the live stream. Appreciate that, Travel Thoughts. But alright, guys, I'm gonna actually wrap it up now, guys. My dog really wants to get out of the house, so I think I'm gonna go, take him out for a jog. So, once again, guys, I really appreciate the support. Thank you guys for being here each and every day, and we'll be back at it again tomorrow. Tomorrow's a brand new trading day, and also, if you guys are in Discord, I may be looking for a possible afternoon trade on XNET. So make sure you guys are over in Discord. I may look for another possible trade, later on today. So with that being said, guys, I'm gonna end it here. Appreciate it, and I'll see you guys first thing tomorrow morning on the stream. Peace.